Hey guys, so last week we listened to sound files of Sylvanas' Judgement. This is now the actual cinematic. So Sylvanas' Judgment cutscene, Sylvana Windrunner, Tyrande Whisperwind, and it's in the order that it should. It's pretty cool. Although there are some people there and you're like, how the hell did they get there? Because they weren't there the entire time. If you're watching who else, in the crowd and because there's people there, if you kind of look, you'll be like, wait a minute, this person wasn't in the Shadowlands with us. When did they get here? But anyways, so we're going to turn this up because I turned it down. Turned it down for what? There we go. So, here we go.
Sylvanas Windrunner, the time for your judgment is at hand. There can be no true justice without compassion. And I can see your deeds bear the mark of the jailer's influence. An influence we failed to contain.
The jailer did not control me. My actions were mine alone, and I accept their consequences.
Then, you know in your heart to whom you must answer.
I submit to the judgment of Tyrande Whisperer.
Entrusting justice to your most fervent adversary. Are there any gathered here who object to this fate? So be it.
What game do you play now, Banshee? The Sylvanas I hunted would never submit to the blade of her enemy.
Death would be a merciful end, Tyrande. And I do not expect your mercy.
Your newfound remorse might be genuine, but it can never erase all you have done. There will be no peace for you, Windrunner, until there is peace for the souls of your victims. The prisoner is in my charge now. Bring her! Below lies the maw, an unjust fate to which you doomed so many. And it will be there that your penance begins. Every soul lost in its depths, betrayed or condemned, you shall find and send forth to the Arbiter, to be judged with the compassion all souls deserve. You will toil there, under Doratha's watchful eye, scouring every darkened reach, until the final soul is free, and you are all that remains. This is how you shall bring renewal to your victims and my people.
However long it takes, it shall be done.
Undo Falador, old friend. Watch her well.
Yeah, you can see her sisters. One of them standing there like, oh, I feel bad for her. One of them, I'm not having any of this bullshit. She deserves to go there. Although, you know, Illyria is kind of void infused, so. But yeah, so you saw again in there, you know, last time I checked, he wasn't in Shadowlands, but now one of those whispers, about the vacant throne and the golden one or whatever about the vacant throne. Lordaeron right now, or not Lordaeron, but Stormwind has a vacant throne. Anduin and Gen are both in the Shadowlands, and Tyrellian is essentially in charge. So, what's this now?
I mean, listen, you cannot have a main without having your main add-ons to play with. And what?
The Banshee.
So it looks like this is like Aftermath. Lyria and Marisa, Anduin and Gen and Lorthamar, Bane and Lorthamar, Arbiter dialogue. Well, let's go ahead and watch it. So we're going to be listening to Tyrande first. So, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and just listen to all of this. Might as well see what all the other ones have to say.
His penance will save countless lost souls. A fate that would not have come to pass had I slain her in Ardenweald. Perhaps that is why Mother Moon stayed my hand. The Horde inflicted a grievous wound upon my people. You may never earn my trust, but you have my thanks for setting things right.
For so long there had been little more than hatred and malice in our sister's eyes. To at last see a glimmer of the Sylvanas we knew.
I had ceased hoping for such a thing. I am pleased we had a chance to speak with her, Verisa.
I only wish we'd had more time.
As do I. But if she stays true to her word and sees this obligation through, perhaps one day we will.
It will never be like it was before. The pain she inflicted upon the Kaldorei, upon the world. How could she ever answer for it?
I'm not certain she can. But if her penance brings any measure of peace to those she wronged, at least it is a start.
You are right, Lady Sun. Our family has endured so much darkness. We must find a way to cling to hope.
Yes, Little Moon. Mother, father, Lyrith. They are only memories. We thought our sister was as well. But now, we shall see.
I can't tell you how relieved I am to see you safe, my king. Even after reading Jaina's reports, I can scarcely imagine the horrors you endured.
There were times I thought I would never escape the jailer's control. The things he made me do.
Those actions were not your fault. You cannot blame yourself.
I should have been stronger.
And Winrin, you are the strongest man I know. And when you return to Stormwind, the whole kingdom will tell you the same.
I can't go back, Ken. Not yet.
But the people need...
Tyrellian will keep the Alliance safe in my absence. And I know you watch over everyone we care about. Old Wolf.
Of course. Take whatever time you need. And when you're ready, please, come home.
Well met, King Greymane.
Regent Lord?
I hope the fate of Sylvanas Windrunner brings the Alliance some measure of peace.
Peace. You stand in the Shadowlands, Regent Lord. Ask the dead she sent here whether they feel peace. As for me, that's something I will never know. Not while the monster who killed my son still endures.
I understand. My people are haunted by the deeds of monsters as well.
And what of you? Are you hoping that the Ranger General you served comes back from the Maw, or would you prefer having your war chief again?
I spent most of my life alongside the Windrunner family. Sylvanas was my hero, and my friend. But the Banshee who nearly led the Horde to ruin was neither.
Then you shouldn't have followed her commands. Good day, Regent Lord.
Good day, King Greymane. To think we now stand on the other side of the veil, that those we lost await us here among these countless afterlives. Is there anyone you would seek out, Bane? For one last conversation before you return to the land of the living?
No need to spare my feelings, Lord Thamar. You are asking if I wish to find my father. The truth is, I do not need to. His spirit is always with me, wherever I go, whatever I do, guiding me just as his ancestors guided him. And what of you? Is there someone you would visit, given this chance?
Prince Kael'thas. Long have I held the title of Regent Lord, all the while wondering if I was truly suited to lead my people. I would ask the last liege of Silvermoon if he regrets the choices he made. A chance to mend old wounds, and perhaps feel that the torch has truly been passed.
A feeling I understand all too well. I pray your conversation brings you the peace you seek, my friend.
When my service to the Kyrian began, and I first learned of the Maw, the knowledge filled me with sorrow. A mortal life is so incredibly brief. I questioned whether any actions taken within that span of time could truly be worthy of eternal torment.
I confess that as an aspirant, I did not think of such things, only of duty. It was not until I witnessed Uther's plight that I recognized the injustice of the Maw.
Never again will a mortal soul be sent to its depths. All deserve a chance at redemption. Recent events have shown us that a single mortal soul, in fact, every mortal soul, can alter the course of eternity.
Indeed, for good or for ill. In the end, it was mortals and their decisions that shaped the fate of the Shadowlands.
As Arbiter, I will take that lesson to heart. Every soul will be treated with compassion and will be given a voice in which afterlife awaits them.
Alright, so I really don't feel like reading all that. So, like I said about Pelagos, it seems like he's going to be a fair arbiter. You know, he's basically said no more souls are going to be sent to the Maw. So he thinks that all souls, no matter how bad, can be reformed and redeemed, and so it's good to see that the arbiter, the job of being the arbiter, is in good hands. I mean, Pelagos was pretty much a favorite from the beginning, you know, helping him out and doing all this, and everyone's like, yeah, I really like this Pelagos guy. You know, seeing him and his sister, you know, you can tell he clearly cares, you know, and instead of ascending like all the other Kyrian do, he is now the Arbiter, which is like essentially probably the highest honor that someone can do, because he's now in charge of, you know, sending the souls and everything to all these other different realms of the afterlife. So, you know, he's got an extremely difficult job. So it's good to know it's in good hands. Alira and Varisa. So it seems like no matter what, they're always going to love their sister. They do doubt how she's acted. But I mean, like I said, she's void infused right now, so she really can't say anything. Verisa, she's okay. But her husband, Illyria's husband, might be trying to claim a vacant throne, since we know for a fact Anduin did just say that he doesn't plan on returning until he feels comfortable to, and that Turellian is able to lead. So that is technically a vacant throne, and Turellian is the golden one, since he is light infused. But it's nice to see that the Windrunner sisters, obviously, no matter what, they're always going to love their sister. Because they know a lot of it at this time really wasn't her fault. I mean, she had her fucking spirit ripped out of her, and then when she got her body back when Arthas was weak, it wasn't all of her. It was still just her negative side. And that negative side is what made so many bad calls. I mean, yeah, it saved us. It really has saved us numerous times, but not being complete. So, yeah, she's done terrible things, but they know that she's not fully to blame because she had her spirit ripped out by Arthas. And then when he was weak, she did what she could to get her body back. And even when she got her body back, she wasn't complete. It was still just negative emotions, anger, hatred, rage, you know, and that causes her to act out and be remorseless and cold and not care about the lives of others, allowing her to do something like burning a world tree with everyone, you know, over there, you know, stuff like that, to make a plague that can wipe out the living. That's what happens when you don't have that good side of you. But it's good to see that Verisa and Illyria are kind of talking about their sister and kind of saying, yeah, you know, I hope to see her again once she gets out of the maw. You know, it's going to be hard to forgive her, but she's our sister, and it was good to see her as her again, because they remember her as Ranger General Sylvanas. You know, they don't want to remember her as, you know, the Banshee Queen. So it's nice to see a somewhat reunion of the Windrunner sisters. Anduin, Rin, and Gen. Obviously, I just talked about that. You know, Anduin saying, oh, I'm not going, I'm staying here until I can figure out, you know, and Turellian is perfectly fine to lead, and blah, blah, blah. Lorthamar and Gen. So he's so battered, yet he's still so handsome. Lorthamar the road. So he's been Region Lord for quite some time. He took over on, I mean, he basically was protector of Silvermoon when Kael'thas left to go do that crazy stuff with Illidan. If only Anastarion was still alive, I'm sure Anastarion would be king. Anastarion was Kael'thas' daddy, Anastarion's Sunstrider. If you start in the when you start out as a blood elf, there's his tomb, or not tomb, but memorial over there for Anastarion. So if he was still alive, he would probably be still ruling over Silvermoon and taking care of things, and I'm sure Lorthamar would be ruling by his side, with more than happily by his side. But instead, Anastarion died, and Kael'thas was stepped up, and for a while he was perfectly fine. You know, you know, he was a good leader. You know, he obviously cares about his people. He joined Illidan in the hopes that the magic depletion of his people, they lived on magic. And then when they don't get that magic, they starve. So Illidan's like, yeah, come with me. I'll give your people a source of magic. You'll be stronger than ever. And he's like, okay, well, I have to do what's best for my people. So we're going to follow this guy. You know, I know who this Illidan Stormrage is, but he's saying he can help me. And I have people that I need to take care of. I'm in charge. I need to take care of them. So he did what was best. And I think even in the Shadowlands, when he's confronted and trying to, they're trying to get him to repent and all that. He still, to this day, just like Garrosh, he still, whatever he did, he doesn't see it as wrong. I mean, even, maybe the Tempest Keep thing, trying to unlimited power. But before that, he was still doing what he was doing for his people. And to the very last moment, he's, I was doing it for my people. But he was close friends with Sylvanas and the sisters. Again, obviously, he's not going to forgive Sylvanas for killing his son. So he's, again, no matter what, he's never going to be truly satisfied. I mean, it's whatever. So Bane and Lorthamar. Now, Bane could be seeing his daddy there, Karen. But, Bane said, oh yeah, I don't need to go find my dad. I see my dad all the time. He guides me just as his father guided him. And I mean, that's just how it is in their culture. They always revere their ancestors and always look to their ancestors. And then even when they're gone, they're not truly gone. They're still giving guidance, and they can be summoned in rituals and stuff like that, because that's how close they are to the earth and nature and spirits, and very shamanistic. But it's just the fact that Lorthamar is like, so Bane, is there we're in the Shadowlands, you can see people, is there anyone in particular you like to talk to? So it's pretty cute that Lorthamar was kind of thinking about Bane in this moment, because how Kieran died just was fucking stupid, and not stupid in writing stupid, it was just lame. He was basically stabbed in the back, and not literally stabbed in the back, but what was it, Magatha Grim Totem? So basically, he challenged Garrosh to Makara. Magatha was like, "Oh yeah, Garrosh, I can bless your blade for you," but no. Instead, she coats it with poison. Garrosh obviously didn't know this, but when they fought, Karen was doing pretty well against Garrosh, and then Garrosh just got him once, and then he got taken out by that. And when Garrosh realized that it was poisoned, he wasn't, to say he wasn't pleased would, say he wasn't pleased would be an understatement. He was completely fucking pissed off. He went to someone who said, oh yeah, I can bless your blade for a good battle, and blah blah blah, only for her to coat it with poison, giving him an unfair advantage and essentially cheating. So he didn't like that at all. So Kieran died terrible death. Makara is Duel of Honor, and he died in one of the most unhonorable ways. Of course, I'm sure he doesn't blame Garrosh, but this was back when Garrosh was still cool and not extreme. This was back when he was like, no, I can't lead the Horde. No. And Thrall's like, no, you're leading it. I don't care. I'm off to Nagrand. Bye now. So, but yeah, poisoned. He was defeated with cheating in a Duel of Honor. Garrosh was pissed off. Everyone who saw it was pissed off. And, but just the fact, like I said, it's pretty cute and nice that Lorthamar was like, hey, Bane, while you're here, I know you haven't seen your father in a while. Maybe you should go see him. And like I said, with Pelagos, I know he's, going to be the fair, impartial, kind, compassionate arbiter that the Shadowlands needs. All the souls will be justly and compassionately, judged and sent to all the other different realms. So pretty much no more souls are going to the Maw. So, I guess that makes Sylvanas' job a little easier. We don't know how many souls are actually in the Maw, but she's got to be there till all of them come out, because the Maw is no longer going to be used as a prison. So she needs to make sure every single last one is found and accounted for. Of course, you have to run as Owl there, her spirit guide, there to help her. And keep a watchful, not help her, but keep a watchful eye on Sylvanas. So there's that. So all in all, I think the fact that, you know, Sylvanas wasn't let off the hook easily, because she's going to be in the Maw for quite some time. It's not going to be a day or two. We may not see her all of the next expansion, and we may not even see her all of the next expansion. It may be 2-3 expansions later that we see her again. It's just like Sargeras. You know, they'll bring them back when they need them. So, I mean, hell, they'll probably bring back Illidan and Sargeras before they bring back Sylvanas. With how fast the Maw is, it's going to take a while. But, you know, everyone was so worried, oh, she's getting redemption. Well, she's getting redemption, but she's also getting punished. Isn't that what everyone wanted? To pay for her crimes? So, she's got a heavy-duty sentence there. So either way, I like the outcome. But, let me know what you guys think. Anyways, you guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.